Happy TGIF, everyone. Hello. I don't know where you are in your day. I'm getting a late start getting this uploaded. True confession. Bam. As you can see, I started doing my nails and I forgot. And I was doing a tutorial, and so this is the only nail I'll really actually be able to demonstrate. But I can do the roses. Today's I demonstrated some roses with 1 mm rhinestones, and then on my thumb I did a few roses. And so and this design, ladies, is inspired by Made by Adriana. And I'll put the link to her video. She did a really nice French that I thought was really clean and fresh. And what she did is she used the rose petals, but instead of going in a slanted direction like mine's are, she had them actually with the French. And I'm gonna see, I don't know if you can pick up, let's see if you can see, I like the shine, so I put a little bit of glitter along the French. And yeah, that's too close. Let's see. I guess maybe it's better without my table light. So, and these are the supplies that you'll need. Pretty much are traditional. You know, I like to start with a bonder because I'm using natural nails, my natural nails, and it will cause my polish and my nail lacquer to last longer. I transferred it into another bottle. And so the first thing you'll want to do, well, let me finish with the supplies. You'll need this, and then next, I think I may have one more use, but this is a Sally Hansen's Maximum Growth, and as you can see, I'm just about at the end, so I may have one more usage. And so that was what I put on my nail plate as my base coat, and then we'll be using this color here. I like this polishes. You definitely have to use 2 coats. This is by Cacee, and it's called BFF. And the description, more details, let's see, this is called Christina, will be in the description box for your use. And let's see, my top coat I'm using is Santee. And this Santee is a pretty inexpensive brand. It works really well. You should be able to find it at your dollar store or 99-cent store. Wherever they sell inexpensive polishes, you should be able to find Santee. And next, I'm using Wet n Wild's glitter polish. If you don't have a glitter polish, you can just use a little of your clear polish. Maybe you could place it into a coffee can lid and mix your glitter in. And lastly, you know, I like the stones. I chose to use the pink 1 mm rhinestones because the design was actually pink. And lastly, I have the white acrylic paint. That's how I achieved the rose. And then this, of course, is I thought to show you an option, another alternative for cleaning your nails up around the cuticles is if you just take your regular orange stick and wrap a cotton ball around it, and as you wrap it, you just drag it through, and that will allow us to clean up around our edges. Okay, so if you're ready to get started, go ahead and choose your favorite colors. And like I said, I've already prepped my nail with my bonder to make sure that the color holds and to even out the heat in my nail plate. Then secondly, I applied 1 coat of Sally Hansen's Maximum Growth. And of course, ladies, you let everything dry in between. And then next, we'll go ahead and apply our polish. Like I said, I chose Christina, this BFF polish. You can choose your favorite color. And we'll go ahead and push this on, and as you'll be able to see that let me get in frame, you definitely need another coat versus how it actually came out. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still pretty translucent. So we'll go ahead and put our second coat on. And now I'm just letting my fan dry. And I have to give props once again to Robin Moses. She's able to achieve designs such as this, as well as this inspired design made by Adriana. They use their brush. Now, if you were my client, I would more than likely go ahead and use the brush. This is my favorite brush. I actually trimmed it down. Robin has a video showing you how to correct your brush and get it so it's fine tip. But I'm still not able to use this brush, ladies, on my non-dominant hand. I'm doing better with toothpicks. I guess I'll be known as the toothpick artist. So for my roses today, we're going to actually use toothpicks. So now that I've let this nail dry with my nail lacquer, I'm going to go ahead and apply a top coat of clear so that I have a really smooth surface to create on. And I'm using Santee. Okay, and also that top coat of clear, that will allow your nail polish to dry faster, because really your nail polish takes a total of 24 hours, but the outside is what we freeze. And another tip I heard from another lady on YouTube, as well as a manicurist tip, is to run your hands through cold water. That will also help your outer edge chill quickly. So now I'm gonna go ahead and we can start our roses. This thumb is gonna still need to dry. These two are already dry, so we'll start. So what I did is I took the white acrylic and made a little dab on my palette, and now I'm taking my toothpick. I'm going to just stir it around and make sure that the paint is the right consistency that you want. And I'm trying to slant my roses going in this diagonal direction. So I'm going to start in the center, and I'm just dotting it almost. And then I'll go around, and you kind of are making or simulating like rose petals. You know how they aren't really connected and they're a little ziggle-zaggle. So that's kind of what we're doing here with our dotting. And then you can shape your rose however you like. I'm going to do some leaves right here. And another leaf right here. And there we have our first rose. Let's try this again. You do it with me. Start with where you want your rose to be placed, the center of it, which is here for me. So I'm going to just dot, which would be that thick part, and then go and start my circle. And you don't want to have too much on your toothpick, because that's what actually gets it centered. So, and you want to make sure you break up. Don't want to go too far with the same line, so that it looks like you actually have the petals. And I'm going to stop here, so this will allow me enough enough place. Oh, I can't get my words together. Will allow me enough space to do that leaf right there. And so now I'm going to do another leaf down on this end. Okay, so now I have my two roses with my leaves, and we're going to go ahead and do this one. Now this one may still be a little wet, so I'm going to have to be really light. And on my other thumb, as you can see, I did a few roses. I did like 3. So I'm going to try and do the same thing over here. starting with the small one up in the corner. Let's see if I can get in frame. Alright, so I'm doing my center, and I'm gonna just go around it, making the petals broken, and that'll be my first one. Now I'm gonna do another one that's gonna be a little larger, so that center, you want to make that a little larger. And then here, this one will just be off the tip. So we'll just, in our mind, pretend that my nail is extended. So that would be the center. And now I would start going around that outside. Okay, so there's our roses. And so now we want to do some leaves. I'm going to do one right here. Oh shoot, and I just messed up the other one. Okay, well that's alright. We'll go back to that. That's the one thing with acrylics. And since this nail was dry, I'm going to just take my tissue and some water and just wipe it off. There we go. So that's the one benefit, ladies, of working with acrylics. Now it's wiped off. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to go back to finishing this one. We were doing the leaf. Just want to fill that in. And I want a leaf over here. And you do it however you're most comfortable. For me, I'm most comfortable with the toothpick. As I said, I have more control, I feel. And so there we go. And then maybe we'll do a little something going on over here, simulating a leaf as if that one was done. So now we're going to go back and correct this one. So I'm going to start in the center again and just do my circle around. Make sure you break up the petals. Start on this side. Going over that a little more. Okay, get this on this side a little more. Now we're winding on down with our rose, and you never know anything had happened. So I'm gonna do my little leaf here. And do another one over here. And this one won't be complete because of my nail runs out. So that's how that one would be. So there we have it. We have our roses on all of our fingers. And so then what I did, ladies, is, you know I like the bling. Okay, so I've got to take some time here and clean this up. When I ended up getting my nail, my other hand messed up, so we're gonna, and what I did here, so we're gonna just clean that off. That's why we had that orange stick ready with our polish, so we can clear any mistakes as we go along. The faster you get to it, the easier it is to clean. I think that's with everything. And then I had some on my hand here. Taking that off. Okay, and at the same time, we're letting everything dry a little bit. I know you can hear my fan going. And so now, we're going to go ahead and add our stones. I chose to, and I guess you could really just go along with just the design like this. I just chose to add the 1 mm stone and a little glitter on the end. Just a preference. And once again, because you are the artist, it's all up to you. So I'm just going to put a dab of clear in the center where I want my stones on both nails. And I'm just doing those 2 first because that's easiest. And then you take your toothpick and you just dab a little bit on your toothpick so that it'll act like a magnet. You can pick up your stone and bam, there you go. Your stone is right in the middle. I chose the pink just because my nail background is pink, but you can do whatever you like. And now we're going to drop on these. And because this is my thumb, I'm going to put some stones where there aren't any roses just to add a little more accent. And once again, that also is up to you. One of my preferences. Oh, gotta be careful there. I got 2 on here. There we go. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't want them too close to the end to help preserve them. And then, since you know my nail is still wet, instead of dragging the polish on the clear top, what I'm doing is just patting it on. And that way you won't drag your design and your top coat is achieved. The same with these 2 because we know they're still a little wet. So you just want to dab. Okay, and then these 2 are already dry. And just to finish it off, totally up to you, I added the Wet n Wild glitter. This to the very ends where I had nothing going on. As you can see, like right here, nothing's going on. So I just added a little bit of glitter, accent the ends of my nails right here as well, accent the end. And on my thumb, I did it where there weren't any activity. So even up on the side, up on this side, just so that I'd have a lot more blingy shine. There we go. And that's it for this design. I guess I'm calling it White Roses with purple with let's see, I guess we'll call it White Roses with oh, this doesn't have a number, 43. Okay, well, White Roses and Glitter. If you enjoyed this design, I hope that you will select like when rating and give me your comments on designs you'd like to see in the future. And I want to just wish everyone to have a happy weekend, a safe weekend, and I'll see you again next week. God bless you. Bye.